Hey guys, welcome to App Making Academy. So this video I'm going to tell you how I have learned Flutter in just 30 days. So you can follow the same step and you can learn Flutter in a very quick manner. Let me tell you how I have learned Flutter in very quick manner. So first thing first, everything starts with the mindset. So when you're learning a new technology, you may face a lot of issues and a lot of bugs and you end up with some headache kind of thing, right? You need to give a commitment for the next 30 days to complete this technology. So first week, I have learned how to install the Flutter on my machine. Since I'm using a Windows, I have followed the documentation. I also made a video about how to install the Flutter on your Windows machine and a Mac machine. I have given a link on the description. You can follow the step and install it on your machine. So once you install, I have created a simple application. Looks something like this. So this is the default application from the Flutter. So when you are creating a new project, this is the output for that. So once I have completed that, so then I have created my own hello world. So it should look something like this. So here I have learned how to create a text and how to work with the container and changing the background color kind of thing. Once I have done the hello world, so then I have played with the UI widget. So I learned how to display the button, how to display the images, how to work with the app bar, floating action button, tab bar, something like that. So I have spent a lot of time on the UI side. So in the first week, I learned how to install the Flutter and learn the fundamentals about the Flutter. So then working with the UI widgets, understand what is stateless and stateful widget. At the end of the first week, I have created a small application that looks something like this. So when you tap on the button, the bulb will turn on. If you tap it again, the turn off. It's a small application. I played with the images and stateful, stateless widgets. So in the next week, I have learned some basics about the Dart. So Dart is a programming language which is used for the Flutter. So I have learned some basics about the Dart, how to create a variable and how to work with the functions, loops kind of thing. So I spent 1 to 2 days on that. So then I have learned how to create a quiz application. The quiz application is not connected with the backend. So just a UI and how to work with the Dart fundamentals. So here I have created a quiz application that looks something like this. Once I have completed the quiz application, I have learned how to connect the network. So for that I have installed the tool called Strappy, which helped me to create a REST API without knowing about the backend kind of thing. So once I have understand the Strappy, then I have learned how to create a web request and how to read the data from the web server. So here I have performed the CRUD operation, read, write, delete, update. So now I have a basic idea about how to make the web request and how to upload the files and all. So then I have created an application called Motivational Codes. It looks something like this. So you can also learn how to make a recipe app or a news application, which is a simple application, right? So only the few fundamentals you have to understand. I forgot to tell you, I learned how to work with the navigation, how to create a multiple page. So here I have used the package called GetX. Even though Flutter has a default routing, but I recommend you can go with the GetX because it is very easy to understand. As a beginner, you don't want to spend a lot of time on a complex thing because it will take a lot of time, right? So you can go with the GetX. So in a week 2, I have learned how to create a quiz application and how to create a motivational course and how to make a web request and how to create a multi-page application and passing the data from one page to another page and how to work with a GetX. This is what I have learned on the week 2. In a week 3, I committed myself to create a complete application. It looks something like this. I created a grocery application which is not connected with the backend, only the UI. It's around 15 to 20 screens there. So I have played with the UI. So once I played with the UI, now I got a confidence that I can make any type of UI with the Flutter because here I have learned a lot of complex stuff, how to create a custom widget and how to pass the data and how to work with the images, how to work with the layouts, rows and column, list view. There are a lot of things I have learned inside the grocery application. It took me around 3 to 4 days. So after that, I have learned about the packages. So inside the package, I learned about camera, how to access the camera and how to work with the geolocation, Google Maps kind of thing. So for that, I didn't create any complex application. I created many simple application and tried to implement that. This is what I have learned in a week 3. So let me recap. In a week 3, I learned about how to create the grocery application and learn about the packages. So in a week 4, I committed myself to complete the grocery application. So inside the grocery application, I'm going to connect with the backend. So for a backend, I don't want to use any REST API. So for that, I have decided to choose the Firebase. So Firebase is an unavoidable thing when you're building a mobile application. Inside the Firebase, I learn about authentication, how to do the email authentication and Facebook, Google authentication. So then I have learned how to store the user data into the Firestore database and how to make it offline. Then I have played with the cloud storage. You can implement the push notification, and there is an option called Firebase cloud function where you can trigger the cloud function based on the condition. These are the things I have learned on the Big 4. Big 4 looks very complicated for me because everything is an advanced concept like authentication, working with the Firebase push notification. It took a lot of time to fix the bugs and a lot of stuffs out there. This is how I have learned Flutter in just 30 days. Since I am coming from a programming background, it looks a bit easy for me. In case if you are just starting up or if you don't have any programming knowledge, it might be a little bit confusing for you. For that, I have created a Flutter for beginner course. You can go and check it, and I have given the link on the description. You can sign up with your email and you can start learning the Flutter. I have created that course in beginners in mind, so you can have a step-by-step instruction inside that course. I hope this video help you to understand how you can learn the Flutter in just 30 days. In case if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, and if you are facing any issue, feel free to comment below. And if you like this video, share the video with your friends. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.